We've all seen the videos explaining why Ant-Man is the most powerful MCU character, or how Kratos is the strongest video game character ever. Well, today, I'm going to be making a very strong argument to firmly cement this character as potentially the most feared, strongest, and incredible character to ever be in a video game, ever. Now, when it comes to playing Minecraft, you don't usually think about the physics. Every now and again, you might see a floating block, or some floating sand and not think much of it. However, when it comes to Steve's physics, they simply do not apply. This video is simply a way of me expressing how incredibly strong and powerful Steve truly is. No one ever really thinks about it, but it's mind-boggling. When it comes to walking speeds, Steve is already something of a monster. He can walk up to speeds of 4.23 meters a second, or 9.57 miles per hour. That's pretty fast considering an average human walks at 2 to 4 miles an hour. It's actually 3 meters a second faster than the fastest possible human walking speed. Now, you'd expect his running speed to be just as crazy, making him run 10 meters a second faster than Usain Bolt. However, when timed, Steve only runs at 5.63 meters a second. Even when sprint jumping, he's still 4 meters a second slower than Bolt. Even after some, let's call, enhancers, he still can't beat Usain Bolt. But just because he doesn't run the world's fastest 100 meter time doesn't mean Steve still isn't essentially a god. The current fastest swimming world record is 20.91 seconds for 50 meters front crawl. Now, Steve swims a 50 meter distance in 13.15 seconds. He swims at a speed of 3 meters a second. Now, Steve can't jump that far. Standing still is about 1 to 2 meters, but when sprinting, he jumps between 4 to 5 meters, depending on how good the player is at doing 4-block jumps. However, when it comes to a standing jump, this giant of human can jump 1.5 meters, or 5.1 feet. That's 1.5 feet higher than the world record, the highest jump ever recorded from a standing start. We now have a pretty good grasp on Steve's ungodly abilities. However, nothing that has already been seen or said will prepare you for what he can really do. Now, it's been shown before how much weight Steve can really carry, but typically they use gold blocks. But since then, a new item has been added: netherite. Netherite in block form weighs 19.3 metric tons. 1 block of netherite. In survival, we can fill a shulker box of 64 stacks of netherite blocks. So that's a stack of netherite blocks times 27 for all the slots. We can then fill Steve's inventory with 36 of these shulker blocks, meaning that he can carry up to 1.2 million metric tons of weight. Remember, he is still capable of doing the same movement speeds as earlier whilst carrying this weight. Now, originally, I was going to talk about how Steve can carry so much weight in creative. Now, it's a bit pointless talking about that, obviously, because he's in creative and he carries infinite blocks. But while I was thinking about it, I realised how insane it actually is. Obviously, we have this chest here that was, if we just fill it up quickly, full of this here, right? If we push control, if we hold control and middle click, we then obviously pick up the chest full of these. But what we can actually do is we can fill up a chest here full of netherite. What we can then do is hold control, middle click on this. So now we have this chest full here. What we can do then is place down this next chest. We can open this up, and with our chest that's full of netherite blocks, we can hold shift, hold down middle click, and repeat. So now this chest here, which this is our empty one, remember, which we can now control and middle click again, is now full of stacks of chests full of netherite, as you can see. So if I just clear that, we can now once again control this, and we're going to middle click it to get an empty one. So we have an empty one now. we can now once again do this. And then obviously we can then control middle click. And it's all in there. And then it's all in there. And you get the idea. It goes on and on and on. So I realized that it's a very stupid idea to even consider Steve in creative mode. He's obviously a god at that point. So, hey guys, if you made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for clicking on it and watching it. It means a lot to me, and I spent a long time on this video. So if you can please share it, like it, and subscribe, that would mean the absolute world to me. I've got a part 2 to this, hopefully coming soon. I'm in the middle of writing it at the moment, so hopefully it won't be too long before it's out. And make sure you follow me on all my other socials here, and here. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, where I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.